A quiet truth exists that most men sense, but very few ever discuss. You can give everything, your attention, your effort, your best intentions, and still feel her interest begin to fade. Her replies get shorter. Her energy pulls back. The distance grows. Here is the crucial part. It's likely not about a mistake you made. It's because you cross unseen laws of feminine attraction, laws that operate on instinct long before conscious thought. These rules are primal, automatic, and wired by evolution. They respond to your inner stability, your calm in chaos, and your life's direction, not to flattery, charm, or hustle. Many believe that kindness, consistency, or attention builds attraction, but real magnetic pull works at a deeper, almost silent level. A woman feels your energy, your confidence, and your emotional fortitude long before she processes your words. Most men stumble because they try to use logic, attention, or effort to persuade. The reality is, female attraction doesn't answer reason or negotiation. It reacts to presence, emotional mastery, and resilience. Master this, and you stop chasing her moods and start shaping the atmosphere between you. An ancient philosopher understood this. Real power stems from perception, timing, and grounded presence. Women detect strength silently. They feel it, even without words. Your presence speaks long before your words ever do. In this video, we'll explore 3 powerful truths about feminine nature that will transform how you connect. First, the silent authority of your presence. From the instant a woman becomes aware of you, an impression forms. This isn't a conscious choice. It happens in a flash, before you even speak. What she detects isn't your jokes, your lines, or your attempt to stand out. It's your energy, your assuredness, and the steadiness you hold within. These initial readings are quiet, yet they powerfully shape her view. Many men overlook this completely. They believe charm, praise, or witty banter is the key. They over-explain, reply too fast, or strain to make an impact. Each of these actions, however slight, broadcasts need or uncertainty. What she registers most isn't your speech. It's the emotion underneath your behavior. If your posture, tone, or reactions hint at a hunger for validation, she will sense it. Instinctively, she'll see a man lacking center, which dims attraction. This is why your being matters more than your talking. How you hold yourself, your stillness, your calm, the way you claim space, all send potent signals. If you enter a room or begin a chat without hurry, nervous motion, or grabbing for attention, you communicate self-contained independence. You live in your own world and don't need her endorsement to feel worthy. This naturally ignites intrigue. People are pulled toward what they can't fully predict, and a poised, confident aura triggers that pull. The heart of this is emotional neutrality. This doesn't mean being icy, detached, or unfeeling. It means commanding your inner state, no matter the situation around you. You don't jump at her actions, words, or small, subtle trials. You don't pursue approval. Instead, you stay centered, watch, and choose your response. Every pause, every considered move, every time you resist overreacting, reinforces an image of strength. Take texting. If she replies slower than you'd like, many men feel immediate unease. They might double text, apologize, or try to clarify. These behaviors show urgency and need, which she instinctively notes. But if you stay patient, keep your frame, and don't react from emotion, you send a stronger message. You are at ease in your own life, and don't rely on outside validation. This quiet power builds attraction, naturally. The same is true in person. Many men rush to fill every quiet moment with talk, humor, or explanation, fearing silence means disinterest. But silence, used wisely, is a formidable tool. It communicates emotional solidity and inner fortitude. Strategic pauses, calm answers, and selecting word with care let your presence lead the interaction, not your dialogue. The less you need to explain or perform, the greater your emotional authority becomes. She senses you aren't trying to win her favor, which naturally captures her focus. Your physical demeanor is equally critical. Posture, breath, and minor motions say more than sentences. Standing tall, keeping a slightly open chest, breathing evenly, and moving with calm shows command. Even tiny facial cues matter. A relaxed expression, Soft but firm eye contact and deliberate gestures communicate poise. Conversely, fidgeting, quick shifts, nervous grins, or shifting eyes signal instability, even if your voice sounds sure. Understand, women aren't consciously judging you in these early moments. Their minds are built to notice these subtle signs automatically. Evolution has coded them to read emotional and behavioral hints that indicate stability, reliability, and strength, traits that history marked as desirable in a partner. This explains the confusion when a woman's interest cools despite a man's sincere effort. The choice was made unconsciously, in a split second, long before any real conversation. The key to wielding this hidden force is consistent practice. Train yourself to keep calm and collected in all scenarios. Mind your posture, breathing, and motions. Learn to observe without instantly reacting. Practice speaking with purpose and only when needed, sidestepping eager attempts to impress. Curb the impulse to break silence, justify yourself, or overperform. Each tiny upgrade in presence stacks, amplifying the natural magnetic force you generate. A man who grasps this hidden power becomes hard to overlook. He doesn't seek approval, fight for attention, or lean on excessive talk or gestures. Instead, his energy, presence, and emotional steadiness quietly communicate value. Women instinctively notice this, and their curiosity is sparked. By mastering this principle, you shift from being reactive to being influential in how women see you. Your very being becomes a signal of strength, stability, and confidence long before dialogue starts. Ultimately, this is about mastering yourself. You can't control her reactions, but you can control how you arrive by focusing inward, staying calm, and projecting silent strength. You influence her experience of your presence. This forms the bedrock of attraction, an invisible yet mighty force shaped by instinct and honed by men who comprehend it. When you embody this power, you stop worrying about perfect phrases or tricks to impress. You become magnetic simply by being as you are. Your presence communicates strength, authority, and value without strain. This quiet, undeniable force sets the stage for every interaction that follows. Master it, and you step into a space where you are seen, remembered, and wanted before you utter a word. Second, how women measure a man's emotional strength. Women possess a subtle, instinctive method for evaluating men. Long before they consciously decide on attraction, they run quiet, nearly invisible tests to see if a man is emotionally solid and dependable. These tests are seldom obvious. They don't appear as big fights or clear confrontations. Instead, they surface in small, daily instances. A playful jab, a minor challenge, a brief conversational lull, or a small provocation. Women instinctively watch these moments to gauge if a man stays calm under slight pressure or if he reacts impulsively. Most men fail these tests without ever knowing. Faced with a tiny challenge, they overreact. They feel compelled to explain, justify, or defend. Even if their argument seems sound, this conduct sends a silent signal. Insecurity, emotional need, or instability. Women pick this up almost immediately. They don't consciously think he's anxious, but their instincts recognize the signs and attraction starts to wane. Composure is the silent language of strength. The secret of passing these instinctive checks is straightforward. Remain composed. Emotional composure is more than staying calm. It is the ability to watch without quick reaction, to respond with intent, and to project quiet strength without proof. When a woman tests you, it's not a trap, it's a chance. Your reaction matters far more than her actual words. Every small test is an opportunity to show you are steady, rooted, and in command of yourself. To apply this well, focus on 3 areas: your voice, your body, and your replies. Your voice should be calm, deliberate, and even. Speak slowly, clearly, and with purpose. Avoid rushing to fill quiet or over-explaining. A calm, measured voice communicates confidence and control without saying a word. Your body should mirror your inner composure. Stand or sit in a relaxed yet confident pose. Keep your chest open, shoulders back, and movements smooth. Micro-signals like fidgeting, rapid eye movement, or nervous smiles reveal doubt. A steady, neutral face shows strength, even during subtle challenge. Your replies should be concise, confident, and sometimes playful. Humor works especially well. A light, Calm answer to a minor provocation shows you aren't easily shaken. Avoid over-explaining or defending unnecessarily. Every extra word can make you seem insecure. Women are drawn to men who remain unshaken, steady, and able to handle small tests with ease. For example, imagine she lightly teases you about your shoes or a small error. Most men feel pushed to explain, apologize, or defend. But a calm, even humorous response signals control and confidence. She notices you don't buckle under minor pressure, which raises your appeal. Another common scene is slow communication. If she takes time to reply, many men panic, overthink, or send multiple follow-ups. This shows need. A man who stays calm, continues his day, and answers thoughtfully when fitting demonstrates stability. These qualities instinctively attract. This principle has deep roots in human evolution. Historically, women needed men who could stay calm under stress, reliable, protective, and capable. Emotional instability signaled risk. Men who react on impulse, argue needlessly, or seek constant approval seem unsafe. Women's subtle tests measure exactly this. The ultimate aim is to embody calm authority. You don't need to dominate or control. Instead, you show inner strength by staying composed, facing small provocations. Neutral expression, slow speech, and confident posture create stability. This subtle dynamic between calm confidence and mild challenge naturally creates attraction. Practicing this daily is essential beyond romantic contexts. Every interaction is a chance to build emotional resilience. By staying calm during minor provocations, composure becomes second nature. You cease overreacting, and your energy naturally says you are unshakable. Secret 2 is about understanding these instinctive tests and responding in ways that show reliability, confidence, and inner strength. These tests aren't traps. They are nature's way of finding men who handle life's pressures. By reacting calmly, lightly, and deliberately, you signal you command your energy, are emotionally resilient, and manage challenges with poise. Mastering this changes how women perceive you. You stop reacting emotionally and begin projecting strength effortlessly. Women notice this instinctively, even if they can't say why. Emotional resilience becomes part of your aura, quietly signaling value. Once you consistently show you stay composed under subtle tests, you change from just another man to someone reliable, magnetic, and naturally attractive. Third, why women are pulled toward men who are constantly evolving. Women are instinctively attracted to men who are progressing in life. Men who are growing, learning, and actively building something for themselves. From the very first interaction, she can sense whether a man has his own life, path, and mission, or if he's waiting for her approval, reacting to her choices, or orbiting her world. It doesn't matter how intelligent, charming, or kind a man is. If he shows doubt, passivity, or lack of direction, his value in her eyes falls instantly. True attraction isn't about what you already possess or can do. It's about where you're headed and the energy you emit. Growth doesn't mean controlling others or trying to dominate. It means having clear purpose, a path, and steady forward motion. It's about making small decisions, taking initiative, and showing the confidence to lead in daily life without force. Things like picking a place, offering your view, planning details, or owning your choices communicate you are a man with direction. These small acts, done consistently, show you are developing yourself and constructing something larger than daily survival. Women pick up these signals naturally. A man who is passive, reactive, or constantly seeking external validation seems smaller, less attractive. Conversely, a man with energy, focus, and forward momentum is naturally magnetic. She can sense it without any explanation. This energy draws her because it communicates strength, growth, and potential. The most attractive men aren't perfect or fully achieved. They are evolving. They are always learning, creating, and expanding their lives. This energy is irresistible because it promises a dynamic, exciting, meaningful life together. Women are wired to respond to growth. They are attracted to men moving towards something greater, not men waiting for the world to define them. Moving forward also shows independence. A man building his own path doesn't depend on a woman's attention, approval, or validation. This independence boosts attraction because it balances a dynamic. She feels pulled to his energy naturally, not from pressure. His actions show he leads his own life, giving her emotional freedom to connect. Even if a man's goals are modest or in progress, clarity and direction matter most. Momentum and growth matter more than trophies or wealth. Women can feel whether a man is advancing, learning, and building himself. A man actively growing, even in small steps, communicates strength, capability, and vitality, qualities deeply attractive. To show this in action, focus on your own goals, projects, and personal development. Learn new skills, create routines, and work steadily toward betterment. Share progress naturally, without boasting. Small, consistent steps speak louder than speeches. Women sense energy, focus, and momentum beyond words. This forward motion also changes how interactions flow. A man leading his own life subtly sets the rhythm in relationships. He doesn't react to every comment, emotion, or situation. Instead, he guides naturally, creating stability, competence, and confidence. This energy is quietly powerful, showing he controls himself without needing to control others. Ultimately, women are drawn to men who are building themselves, moving forward, and creating momentum in life. When a man embraces this, he no longer seeks approval. His energy, purpose, and growth attract women naturally. He becomes a man who is not only noticed but desired, remembered, and sought simply because he is actively evolving and leading himself. A man mastering this doesn't need to impress, chase, or compete. He exists as a force of motion, and women are naturally pulled to his presence. Growth, competence, and future potential speak louder than charm, words, or displays. This silent magnetic energy is a true engine of attraction. Once you understand it and live it, your presence becomes undeniable, natural, and irresistible. An ancient thinker taught that real influence doesn't come from trying hard, being charming, or clever words. True power comes from knowing the hidden rules guiding human behavior. With attraction, women respond instinctively, picking up subtle cues most men miss. They notice energy, confidence, and stability long before words count. Most men fail because they focus on surface actions, compliments, jokes, over-explaining, while real attraction is shaped by silent cues, small tests, and how they are perceived. The three truths: silent authority, staying emotionally solid under tests, and never-ending personal growth, unlock the hidden dynamics of desire. These aren't tricks. They are principles that signal value naturally. Knowledge isn't enough. To become magnetic, you must practice calm presence, self-command, and purposeful action. Stand tall, move with intent, speak thoughtfully, and resist overreaction. Over time, these habits build a quiet authority women notice and are drawn to. Start applying these principles today. Focus on mastering yourself, your energy, and your presence. The more you practice, the more natural your influence becomes. Watch your confidence rise, your interactions deepen, and your magnetic pull grow undeniable. Please like this video if you found value in these truths. It truly helps our channel, Winds of Thought, reach more seekers like you.